Today's story is number 28. Someone's lot today will be mine tomorrow. The Unjust Law of Benares. Long ago, the Indian kingdom of Benares had an abominable law. When a man reached 60 years of age, his children had to give him a mat on which to sit day and night, guarding the gate of the home. In this kingdom lived a man whose wife died young, leaving him with two small sons to raise. He brought them up by himself in extreme poverty. Finally, he reached the age of 60. The older son, who acted as though he had raised himself, told his brother, "Find the mat and give it to father, so he can sit by the gate from now on." The younger brother, who was devoted to their father, racked his brain. Finally, he fetched the mat from the storeroom and cut it in half. Choking back tears, he handed half of the mat to the old man and said, "Father, I am very sorry, but it is my brother's order. Starting today, you must sit on this mat and watch over the gate." Puzzled, his brother asked, "Why didn't you give him the whole mat?" "We have only one," came the reply. "If I give it all to father now, that will mean trouble down the road when we need another mat, won't it?" "Why would we need another mat?" asked the older brother, more mystified than ever. "Who would use it? No one stays young forever. The other half is for you." "For me? Why?" "When you turn 60, won't your children be distressed if there is no mat for you?" The older brother realized with a shock that someday his own children would force the same ignominy on him. Awakened to the injustice of the perfidious law, he stood up with his younger brother to fight it, and together they succeeded in having it struck from the books. The lot of someone else today will be my lot tomorrow. Shifts and changes are inevitable in life, but often we are so filled with self importance that we find it difficult to perceive the stark reality of our inevitable end. Okay, very good. This is, I think, a very popular story in Eastern cultures, at least. I saw the cartoon of this when I was growing up as a kid in Iran, and yeah, it made me realize that, wow, I forgot that, something that we see now in other people's lives, it might happen to us too. And some of the things will happen, such as aging. Yeah, if we are lucky to live long enough. Yeah, so we have to go through the aging process. And usually, because we are so caught up with our own desires, in the book it says self importance, yeah, which is our own desires. We are not particularly interested in what other people want. But Buddha says that's why we are suffering too. The more we show concern about the well being of other people, and the more we can benefit them, the more we benefit ourselves. That's the happiness switch that instantly can help us overcome our sorrows or distress, to be concerned about the suffering that other people are going through as well, not just our own suffering. Yeah, so in this story, yeah, usually we think, okay, if our parents become old, or anyone for that matter, if they're not functional or productive member of society, uh, they don't have worth. That's what many people think. They gauge the worth of a person based on how much money they produce or how productive they are. In Buddhism, we don't have such a measure. In Buddhism, the measure of a human being is determined by the level of gratitude they have in their heart. So even if we become disabled and cannot move, and be productive anymore. With our mind, with the karma of the mind, we can constantly wish happiness upon others, as well as feel grateful how blessed we have been and we are. Yeah, how blessed we are as a human being. Just imagine if you want to create a human being, it's like, it's almost impossible. It's so difficult if you want to do it like in a laboratory or something. It keeps failing. Yeah, it's very difficult. Buddha teaches it's so rare to make it to the human realm. It's much easier to be born in the realm of hungry ghosts or combat or suffering, than to be born in the realm of human beings. So in this way we become full of gratitude. So the elderly too, um, if we focus on gratitude, we couldn't exist without our parents. So no matter how negligent they might have been, uh, it's not that we respect them because they were good people, but we want to nurture gratitude in our heart for our parents and other ancestors. Without even one of those ancestors, we could not be here. So that's how the suffering turns into gratitude and joy. Yeah, there's more to the story, but yeah, that's all for today. So, yeah, good job everyone for being here. Have a wonderful Sunday. Bye.